Hello! Welcome to my deck profile, Duelist. And this is what I got going on for my Fluffle deck. Probably been running pretty good so far, so let's show it off. I also have some pendulum summoning going on now too, and yeah, and a link card. Just one. Brought it down from the two because it's kind of pointless. But let's go. I have one Fluffle Rabbit. It's good for your getting some edge imps from your graveyard. And we also have your Fluffle Mouse. Nice thing about it is I run 3 of them, reasoning, because if you play one, then it summons the other 2 from your deck. So then you get 3 edge imps. I mean 3 Fluffles. And then you got your Patchwork Fluffle, which is a Fluffle in your hand, but a Frightfur on the field. So you can use it either as a Frightfur summon, so you can bring out your Sabertooth, or you can, if it's in your hand, you can just use it as a normal Fluffle summon. And then you got your Fluffle Octopus, which is also awesome. And then we also have the Fluffle Owl, which is good for getting polymerizations out of your deck. And you can also use it as a polymerization for 500 life points. You also have the Fluffle Sheep, one of my favorites. I'm running 3, I actually better go back real quick, because I have 2 Fluffle Octopus, 2 Fluffle Owls. Alright, this is a 50 card deck, just so you know. And we also have 3 Fluffle Sheeps, just to kind of keep everybody on their toes. And we also have the Fluffle Angel, which is my high pendulum summon. So this will be my 8 run. And then I have 3 Edge Imp Sabers, which you pretty much need for the majority of your cards. But you can also use pretty much any Edge Imp for most things, but Edge Imp Sabers are for very specific items. And then you also have your Edge Imp Scythe. This one's nice because it kind of does like this ring around thing, where if your Frightfur is getting attacked, you can discard this from your graveyard and banish it, and then they don't die. And this is your Fluffle Dog, which is nice because it brings you a Fluffle and a Edge Imp from your deck to your hand, which is always good. And then you got your chains, so you can bring out your sheep. And you can also bring a chain from your deck, I believe. And this is a Fluffle Penguin. I'll go back real quick after I get done with this guy. Fluffle Penguin, we got 3 of these little guys running through here. And 2 Fluffle Dolphins. An Edge Imp Cotton Eater. Got 2 of these, which are 1 Pendulums, which is kind of nice. So 1 to 8 if you get this. Or a 1 to 4 if you get the Frightfur Miser. And he's a Frightfur card, so he's good to use for certain summons. And I'll go back and do the numbering for the monsters real quick. So 1 Fluffle Rabbit, 3 Fluffle Mouse, 1 Patchwork Fluffle, 2 Fluffle Octopus, 2 Fluffle Owl, 3 Fluffle Sheep, 1 Fluffle Angel, 3 Edge Imp Sabers, 3 Edge Imp Scythes, 3 Fluffle Dogs, 2 Edge Imp Chains, 3 Fluffle Penguin, 2 Fluffle Dolphin, 2 Edge Imp Cotton Eaters, and 1 Frightfur Miser. Next we'll move on to our magic cards. For the magic cards, I've got Rogeki, Poly. You always need a Poly in the deck. You got 2 Dark Fusions, so it's a little harder to kill off your monster, and it's a Fiend Fusion that way. 3 Frightfur Fusions, so you can bring them pretty much back to life and fusion them, but it banishes the cards that you use. And then you got your Frightfur Patchworks, which adds 1 Edge Imp monster and 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. And then you got your Frightfur Repair, which will take a Frightfur from your graveyard, put it back into your deck for you. And then 1 Toy Vendor. I only run 1 Toy Vendor because I don't really use Toy Vendor that much. And it's pretty much just to get, more Fluffles into your hand. Catches with Toy Vendor, it will destroy other cards, so it's kind of an annoyance. So I'm kind of half and half on if I actually want to keep it. Mirror Force. Oh, and also, I don't use Toy Vendor in real life, so yeah. But I'll go back and do the numbers real quick. So 1 Rogeki, 3 Polys, 2 Dark Fusions, 2 Frightfur Fusions, and 3 Frightfur Patchworks, 1 Frightfur Repair, and 1 Toy Vendor, which I don't use in real life, but I'm trying it out. 2 Mirror Forces for Mirror Traps cards, and then a Scrap Iron Scarecrow, and a Secret Blast. Secret Blast is just kind of fun for me because when they try to destroy it, boom! They take 1,000 damage. Or if they don't destroy it and they end up getting like 5 or 6 cards on the field, then I do more than 1,000 damage by flipping it over. Fun for me. Then we'll move on to the extra deck. Extra deck, I only have one link card, the rest are fusions. And this is a cross sheep. What it does is pretty much makes it so that if I play this in the link zone, play this fusion on one side, fusion on the other side, then I can summon a couple more of these guys from the graveyard. So I can bring back some of the fusion materials if I need to. And then from our fusion cards, we have 2 Frightfur sheep, which are awesome, because every time they come back, they gain 400 attack. 2 Frightfur wolves, which are used to kind of for how much you sacrifice for them when you summon them, you get to attack that many times. So you sacrifice 2 cards, you get to attack twice with this card every turn. With Frightfur Tiger, he destroys as many cards as you sacrifice for him. So you sacrifice 3 cards, you destroy 3 of their cards. This guy here is awesome, because after you bring him out, because you'll use one of your Frightfurs to get him out, plus a Fluffle and a Saber, and then he becomes a big pain for everybody on the other side of the field. And then he also gets to bring back one of these cards, and then they get an extra 400 attack, and he gets an extra 400 attack. So then you got something like my Daredevil here, which is 3,000, it'll be 3,400, and then he'll be 2,800. Woohoo! And then it stacks if I bring out another one. And then we got our Kraken, high defense. Main reasoning for having him in the deck. Main reason for this guy, high attack. One of my favorite cards also, because if you attack something that's based on defense position, they still take 1,000 damage, which is kind of nice. Then we got this kind of a neutral one. I don't really use him much for his quick effect. I mostly just use him because 2,600 attack, you know. And for that, we got 2 sheep, 2 wolves, 2 tigers, 2 sabers, 2 krakens, 2 devils, and 2 whales, and then our 1 cross sheep. And that's pretty much it for my deck profile of the Fluffles that I use on Master Duel. If you want to check out some of my duels, I do them on Twitch. I might be doing a live on YouTube eventually. But thanks for watching. If you'll please like and subscribe, and have a good one out there.